Alrighty, welcome back. I've got another review, and this will be the third movie I saw on my trip. And this one is an animated feature out of Spain called Mummies. I saw an English dub, which was pretty good, since animation dubs usually work way better than live action dubs. Did I mean to watch it dubbed? Not really, but I did, because I just turned on a movie on the plane, and I saw that one of my movie buddies, or one of the people in my movie group chat that I usually talk about movies, had seen it, and I decided to watch it as well, just to have my own take. And honestly, you can never go wrong with animation, as long as it looks good. So let's talk about it. So the story is pretty simple. Actually, it's not that simple, but it's pretty simple. Pretty much, mummies are alive, they're magic, they're dead. Dead mummy princess has a ritual that will pick her husband. Husband gets picked by a phoenix, but their confusion happens, as it usually does in animated movies. The phoenix falls early as it got sabotaged by accident, and it accidentally falls on the lap of the main character, who is this chariot rider. And he ends up being picked to marry the princess, and he is tasked with protecting the wedding ring until they are married, and then he loses the ring. And then they go on an adventure where the person who caused the whole accident, a cute animal sidekick, because you always gotta have one in animated movies, and the princess, who also just sneaks out with them. Fun fact about this movie, something that I wasn't expecting, is that it's kind of a musical. I wasn't expecting it. I'll say that. I'll talk more about it later. But that's pretty much the basic rundown of the story, and as you know, it ends happily ever after, But the story is a story. Just restating it, I kind of just want to rewatch Shrek 2 now, and I didn't realize how similar it was to Shrek 2 until I just said everything out loud. It's even got musical numbers, just like in Shrek 2. Holy shit, this is just Shrek 2. Except not as good. Nowhere near as good. I just came to a realization making this video. I just want you all to know this. But if you want to watch it, I'll actually share that in the end of the video. But story is now a certified Hot Pocket story, because I just found a better flavor that I'd much rather have instead, that is infinitely more rewatchable. Now let's talk about the cinematics. I do love the animation in this. The animation was very gorgeous. I cannot lie and say that the animation was bad. The animation was amazing. Not the best animated feature of the year, as there have been some really good animated features, but definitely a good animated feature. It was very well animated. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say cinematically wise. Oh, the music, also pretty good. I'll give it a hand grenade, actually, just because of the music being somewhat good and the animation being fantastic, in my opinion, personally. It didn't look clunky. Now let's talk about the directing. It did have a pretty good pace. Although I did watch like half of it on my trip there, and then I watched the full thing on my trip back, and I was a little tired when I watched it the first time, which is why I'm very happy I rewatched the whole thing. It did get a little hard to follow at points, but it didn't really bother me too much. It's not really a pacing issue, it's just a matter of, I just remember now that it's too much like Shrek 2, and I'd much rather be watching Shrek 2. That is my issue now. I'm just going to be talking about Shrek 2 this whole movie review on accident. I'm sorry. Not what I wanted to do. But, besides the point. I'll give it a Hot Pocket score there. Let's move on to the next part, which is the acting. The voice cast for dubbing was very good. Usually dubbed voices are awful and bad, and you should never do it unless you do it on accident, like I have multiple times this year alone. Like, for example, Asterix et Obelix, it's a French movie. I accidentally watched it in English. I didn't mean to. I just got lazy and didn't want to change the language, so I watched it in English, and it didn't really bother me. It was still pretty fine, solid. I want to rewatch it in French, though. I'll be doing that in the near future. I won't drop a review for it again, but I'll do it. But it's good for what it is. I think I saw Sean Bean was on the voice cast for the American version, for the English version, and I legitimately don't know because I kept looking for it and I can't confirm it. Maybe I'll look for it right now. This is a mid. This is straight up. I'm looking it up right now as I am saying this. I'm just keeping Sean Bean in Mummies. Let's see what I get. Was he in it? Oh my gosh. Yep, it was actually Sean Bean. I wanted to share this as I literally just straight up looked it up on the spot right now, and I'm still telling you everything. Yep, nope, it was Sean Bean. It's really crazy, actually. Surprised he didn't die. He died in another movie that came out this year, so surprised he didn't die in this one too. Okay, besides the point. That was a big sidetrack. But yeah, he's in the movie. Don't really worry about it otherwise. This was very much a tangent. Sorry. But yeah, acting. Hand grenade score because they didn't sound super robotic. They actually sounded like they had flavor. Okay, next. Expectations and experience. Like I said, this ended up being a musical, and I wasn't really expecting it. There was a lot more music than I was expecting. And as you maybe have noticed earlier, I sort of just came to the realization that this is just a worse Shrek 2. Sorry. I ruined this review before it even began. I'm so sorry for this. If you're still watching at this point, honestly, you should leave a like and comment down below. Yeah, I watched you rant about looking up to see if it was actually Sean Bean in the movie. But let's continue. Let's just hurry up past this part. I'm just rambling at this point. But this is expectations, experience. Yeah, I didn't expect much. I got what I expected, which was not much. Except now I realize that it's just a worse Shrek 2. I need to shut up about that. Yeah, Hot Pocket score there. This is a certified Hot Pocket movie. And that's all I really have to say. So other than that, leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you've been watching for this long. And subscribe if you haven't already. Bye-bye. I'll leave you guys to it now. Go enjoy your day.